Welcome to this custom deep dive. Today we're looking at a single, really fascinating source you sent us.
Yeah, it's a product spec sheet from HDTVSupply, right?
Exactly. Specifically for the Draper 254210 SE profile plus fixed frame screen. And our mission today is basically to decode the heavy technical jargon here.
Right, like figuring out what makes a $3,400 projection screen fundamentally different from, that basic pull-down canvas from high school biology class.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank
Because
you.
we are talking about massive hardware here. It's 123 inches diagonally, 65 by 104 inches with a widescreen 16 by 10 format.
It's huge. And when you see those dimensions and that price tag, it's completely fair to wonder why you're spending thousands of dollars on what seems like a blank white rectangle.
Right, it just sounds like a giant sheet.
Exactly. But diving into the engineering of a luxury AV component reveals you're actually investing in a highly specialized architectural feature, not just, a surface to point a projector at.
Yeah, the visual design section of the spec sheet really highlights that architectural aspect. Like,
Yep.
it mentions a zero-edge, borderless option.
Wow, that part is so cool.
It really is. It keeps the entire screen depth to under 2 inches using these extruded aluminum baffles on all 4 sides.
So those baffles basically act like a rigid skeleton to hold everything perfectly flush and taut against the wall.
Right. And it also uses the term mullionless. Now, mullions are those vertical bars that divide panes of glass in a window. So mullionless means there's no bulky frame boxing in the picture at all.
Yeah, you could actually mount multiple screens side by side with zero separation if you wanted to.
Exactly. It creates an effect, sort of like an infinity pool for your home theater or boardroom. Just like water dropping off an edge, the image just floats seamlessly on the wall.
What's really fascinating here is how the screen material itself supports that illusion. The spec sheet calls it the ClearSound NanoPerf XT1000V.
Which sounds very sci-fi.
It does, yeah. On paper, it's a white 1.0 gain surface supporting 1080p resolution. And that 1.0 gain metric is crucial.
Because it reflects light back at the exact same brightness it receives.
Exactly, without any artificial boosting. This preserves a massive viewing angle, so people sitting way off to the side still get a perfect picture. But the real magic is in that NanoPerf designation.
Right, the acoustic transparency.
Exactly. It means the screen is acoustically transparent.
Wait, so if a screen is acoustically transparent, that physically means there are holes in it to let the sound through.
Yep, lots of them.
But how do you punch thousands of holes in a projection screen without ruining the 1080p image? Like, wouldn't you just see a giant grid of dots during a movie?
Well, that is the genius of the nano perforations. The holes are microscopic, light waves are incredibly small, and at a normal theater seating distance, human eyes just can't resolve the individual tiny gaps in the surface.
Oh, so our brains automatically blend the pixels together into a solid, crisp image.
Right. However, sound waves from your speakers are physically much larger than light waves, so they pass right through those micropores without any muffling whatsoever.
Wow. So you can hide your entire front soundstage directly behind the screen.
You can. The dialogue and sound effects hit your ears as if they are coming directly from the actors' mouths.
That solves the audio-visual puzzle beautifully. But looking at the sheer scale, like a rigid, perfectly taut 10-foot wide surface brings up a massive logistical hurdle.
Oh, the physical transport.
Yeah. How do you physically get a 10-foot continuous surface into a room with standard doors? The spec sheet notes this $3,400 item ships unassembled.
Which sounds crazy at first.
Right. If I'm paying premium prices for a luxury item, shouldn't the manufacturer do the building for me?
It feels completely counterintuitive for luxury goods, but unassembled shipping is literally a physical necessity here. Imagine trying to pivot a fully built 10-foot rigid frame up a narrow residential stairwell.
Or fitting it into a standard office elevator.
Exactly. The aluminum would bend, or the precise tension of the fabric would stretch and warp. By shipping it in pieces, navigating tight corners actually becomes manageable.
Making the installation space the final assembly line.
Right. And the engineering accounts for that on-site build perfectly. Once all the pieces are safely in the room, the lightweight aluminum frame just snaps together.
Okay, and then how does the actual screen material attach?
It uses a sliding hook and loop system. This mechanism evenly pulls the fabric perfectly tight, completely eliminating any waves or wrinkles that would distort the projection.
Before you finally mount it to the studs using the included wall bracket.
Exactly.
Which leads us to the most intense part of this spec sheet, I think, the fine print. Because this final assembly happens inside your specific space, the room dictates everything.
It really does.
The manufacturer, Draper, provides a 5-year warranty, and HDTVSupply gives you lifetime tech support. But this is a special order item. It is strictly non-cancelable, non-returnable, and non-refundable.
Yeah, that strict policy underscores what this product really is. It is custom cut for the unique dimensions of your space.
Right, you can't treat this like an impulse buy where you just keep the receipt in case it looks too big above the couch.
Not at all. If you miscalculate your measurements by even a fraction, you are stuck with a very expensive, immovable piece of aluminum.
Yeah, it perfectly illustrates how high-end AV setups require this incredible balance.
Yeah.
You're trying to deliver massive visual and acoustic performance, but you still have to navigate the unforgiving physical realities of an existing room.
You absolutely have to measure meticulously before you make that architectural commitment.
And when you do, you integrate a flawless cinematic experience right into the bones of your home,
It's totally seamless.
which makes you wonder about the future of interior design overall. As these zero-edge, acoustically transparent materials become even thinner and more advanced.
Oh, definitely.
Like, how long until modern homes are just built with these nano-perforated surfaces seamlessly integrated right into the drywall? Imagine your entire living room wall functioning as an invisible screen and speaker system.
That would be incredible.
Something for you to chew on the next time you're just staring at a blank wall.